Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Slauson. I just wanted to go over one more time of how grades will be entered during this remote learning time. This information has been sent out in emails. It's been sent out through messages on Schoology. There's actually been another video made of this already. So I'm going to try one more time because we're still missing some key steps. So the first thing you're going to have to do is go to your Schoology page. I am right now in one of my Algebra 1 students' Schoology page. And when you get there, let me back up a little bit. Here we go. So when you get there, first of all, there are the remote learning due to COVID-19. So hopefully you've already been here. That's not a big surprise. When you get there, you're going to see a folder at the top. This is all this older information that I've sent out in the last 3.5 weeks. So if you want to go back and check into that, feel free, but at this point, everything that I'm going to tell you should get you through the next couple of weeks. So first of all, we are currently in week 4, so let's just take a quick look at that. In each week, you're going to see either 1 or 2 lessons. You're going to see when the due date is. It's always the following Sunday by midnight, and I'm going to pop into lesson 2. And in lesson 2, what you're going to notice is that you have to go through a checklist of things to get through. So what I've started to do is just a checklist of what you're expected to do in this particular lesson, the 3 steps. Okay, so if you scroll down, it says below is your checklist of the 3 steps you need to complete to receive credit for week 4. And remember that partial credit is not given. So what we need to actually do is take a moment and read all of this, because a lot of us aren't reading, and so you're not getting credit because I'm not doing partial credit. So in yellow, step 1, again, this is Algebra 1, they have to watch a video. So whether you're in Algebra 1 or Algebra 2, there's some video notes that you need to watch and take those notes. Then you're going to go to the green part, step 2. You have to complete some form of practice. This is either going to be you visiting the website GoFormative, or you going into the Big Ideas book, which is mainly the Algebra 2 students, and I'll show you that in a little bit. And then you're going to have a step 3 where you're going to some type of quiz. Again, that quiz might be in the website GoFormative. It also might just be on Schoology. So it just depends. So I put this checklist in, again, just so you guys are aware of everything you have to do. So going back to lesson 2. So the first thing you're going to have to do is watch this video. So you're going to click on it. You'll see a PDF of the notes, and then you'll see the video. In the end, I can't see if you actually watch the full video or if you don't. So I would definitely suggest you do. After that, once you're done with step 1, then you will enter into step 2. So step 2, this is, for most people, you are probably going to the website goformative.com. If you haven't, then in week 4, I have replaced your access code of how to do that. There's actually a video where this is, so I show you exactly how to do this, and then based on your class code. So write these down for Algebra 1, Algebra 2. I'll show you yours in just a moment. But I tell you what I want you to complete. This stands for week 4, lesson 2, step 2. And again, it says this is not an option. It tells you kind of if you can see if your answers are correct. And then some key buttons that you will need to push in order to get the answer typed in correctly. Again, I talk a lot more about this because there is a video. So in week 4, if you're like, gosh, I really don't know how to do this, just watch the video, please. Once you're done with your step 2, and you have to complete step 2, you have to do the practice. Clicking and viewing this page is not completion. So back to the steps. Then you'll have some type of quiz. For this particular class, their quiz is on GoFormative, and it was just set up that way because Schoology, the Schoology quizzes, it's too hard to type some of the answers in there. So I just made another version on the GoFormative. If you have any issues along the way, then you have to email me, message me in Schoology, and let me know. And you have to do it sooner than later, okay? So moving on, let's see if it switches. So going back to those lessons, each lesson is going to be a completion grade. And each completion grade is worth about 10 points. I think Algebra 2, it's 9 points, and in Algebra 1, it's 10 points. And you are expected to complete all 3 steps, all 3 to receive the 10 points. There will be no partial credit. So if you leave out step 2, if you leave out step 3, you won't be getting any points. So again, step 1 is you watch the video notes, you take the notes. Step 2, you complete the practice. This might be through Big Ideas or it might be through Go Formative. It will state it there. Then step 3, you will take some type of quiz. Usually it's on Schoology, but it could possibly be through this website, Go Formative. And don't forget to submit. Partial grades will not be given. You have to complete all 3 steps to get the points. And no more extended deadlines. Don't bother emailing me anymore. I extended week 1, I extended week 2. I'm done extending. I know it's a lot for you guys on your end, but it's a lot for the teachers on our end. I can't maintain all of that. So we are currently in week 4, and that's where I suggest you pick up. If you're having technical issues, then you have to contact me. You can't contact me once the week is done. I won't be able to help you once you meet that deadline. And don't contact me Sunday at 7 o'clock. I will not be checking my email. If a student does not fully complete the lesson, then when you go to PowerSchool, you won't see a 0. The box is just going to remain empty. And I will make a comment as to why you didn't get a grade. Go Formative, here you go. So the website is goformative.com. Here are your access codes for the different classes. It's very easy to set up. Just use your Cherry Creek email when you do that. And make sure when you're prompted for the name to put your first and your last name so I can give you credit. All right. Let's talk a little bit about the Big Ideas. So the Big Ideas part is actually mainly for my Algebra 2 students. So when you get to your My Cherry Creek, this is where you're going to find the Big Ideas. You're going to see this tile, Big Ideas. And I'm actually going to pause and log into it through my middle school son's Schoology, My Cherry Creek page, because his teacher also uses the Big Ideas. So hold on one moment. All right, so we are now in my 7th graders' Big Ideas. So as soon as you log into Big Ideas, you're going to see this whole window here. And what you need to do is you need to go to the assignments, all right? And you're going to see upcoming assignments and overdue assignments. But listed here are the assignments that he's expected to do over the next couple days. And it's pretty simple to do. You just are going to go over to the right and it will say something like start or whatnot. So I'm just going to click on one of these. Hopefully I don't cause any damage for his grade at the end. It's going to load. All right, so we are on his problem. So just a couple things I want you guys to notice. So first, if you go over here to the top right, you're going to see how many questions there are. So he's got 23 questions that he has to answer. If you go up here to the top left, where all these little squares are, and you click on that, you can jump from one problem to the next problem to the next problem. You do not have to go in order. But the idea is you're going to be asked the question and you're going to have to type it in. So, this is how you can make fractions here, exponents, square roots, and he'll be typing in his answer. So, you know what, I'm going to answer one of his questions. So this answer is X, and then he's going to have to the 7th power, and then he's going to have Y, and he's going to have to the 6th power. So you type it in, and then you'll see an arrow on the right. You can't see it in my screen. You can see the one on the left, but then at the bottom, you can there's this box that says check answer. So look, green, great, he got it. So now he can go on to the next one. So use that box down at the bottom for this whole check answer thing. So let me show you where it is. There it says check answer. And he's going to keep going. So now he's got 1 of 23 questions answered. When he's ready to submit, and again, I have mentioned this several times, but if you're not sure. So when you're done and you're ready to submit, I said before, again, find your name in the top right, click on that arrow, you can save it. You can save and exit, you can submit it, you could even print it out, but what I need for you to do is submit it. So if you don't submit this, I'm not going to get it on my end. So here's Finn, he's gonna walk us through this one more question. So I don't know if he's done this yet, but I don't say hi again one more time.
Hi.
All right, so I'm out of the big ideas. And just a heads up, on the Go Formative and on the big ideas, you can take both of those, things twice. So don't think just because you got your first score that has to be your score. I am looking for quality work. I'm not looking for a 10% or 20%. If you are not understanding something, it is your job to reach out to me and ask for help. And some people are, and many aren't. So again, how should you reach out to me through help? You should email me. You can message me through Schoology. You can text me on our Remind app. I have my office hours. I'm back onto your Schoology page. So sorry, I have this not fluidness of this video. I keep having this pause and stop. So again, back on Schoology, you will see the information for your Go Formative. And again, if you need help, just going over this one more time, email me, text me through the Remind app, message me through Schoology, join me in virtual office hours. And if you can't make it to those office hours, email me and we can set up a time. So Algebra 2, your office hours are Wednesday and Friday. Here is the link that you will go to. And then if you're using your phone, I think you need the meeting ID number. So Wednesdays, 10:30 to 11:30, Fridays, 1 to 2. Algebra 1, you're every Tuesday from 10 to 11, and every Thursday from 12 to 1. So I'm here to help. And then the last thing I'm going to point out to you is when you log into Schoology, over here on the left, when you guys see this updates, you should click on this. This is information that I don't know if these pop up. I'm not sure how it looks from your end, but go to updates and then you're going to see all these things that I've been sending you guys. So again, this is my Algebra 1 group. So I sent something to them on the 17th. I've sent something to them on the 14th. I've sent something to them, let's see, where else? April 9th. I mean, all these things I've done my best to keep you guys in the loop, but you have to pause and you have to read the directions. You have to read. If you don't read, you're missing out. And again, there are no more extended deadlines. I can't say that enough. Reach out for help in the beginning, not at the end. And hopefully you made it through this video. So that's it. Take care. I do miss you guys all, not trying to sound all mean and whatever, but I really need for you guys to take a moment, slow down, and just take a look at what's asked of you.